Okay. Do we have people online?
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, cool. Good morning again to some of you. We just had another meeting on the SS4A, the GoSafe project. But for the technical committee meeting, according to order, public comment, we do have a quorum, just want to note for the record. In public comments, do we have any? No. And then we have the meeting minutes, June 20th meeting to consider. Any questions, comments? Seeing none, I'll take a motion. Okay, Derek. Any second?
Second.
Okay, David.
And District 5 comes in.
Those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Hearing none, approved. Item number 5, and 6 count in tandem, if I may. I'll have maybe David and then Jen, if anything wants to add. But David, you want to kind of give us a little background on this?
Sure, yeah, and I will address both 5 and 6 at the same time, since they're really the same issue. We under our TIP, we propose to provide or purchase five microtransit vehicles this year and next year, fiscal year 26 and 27. We received rebill around $3 for those. The state had a grant that was an FTA grant, 5339 grant, that they were in jeopardy of losing. They had to obligate the funding by a certain date, and they did not have a project to obligate those funds to. So we effectively traded our rebill dollars back to the state for them to give us their $5339 in order so that they didn't lose the funding from the feds, and we didn't lose anything either. In addition, we're using transportation development credits, something that we have not done before, and I don't think that they have a lot of experience with either, to my knowledge.
Yeah, and there are a whole bunch of these little sort of, let's apply a credit from another funding source.
Yeah, the toll credit. Yeah.
So they're always a little strange, but whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So
a small amount.
So really, we are doing this in partnership with IDOT's OIPI, it's so that they don't lose their funding, and we are still able to provide the capital that we need. So that's really the gist of it. It's really just moving dollars around to different buckets, and you can see what those buckets are here. Is there any other questions?
Just a procedural thing. I was contacted by Zoe and eventually David, because Zoe contacted.
So you're IDOT, just
right. So to basically say what David was just saying, that they had to get this obligated, and they were doing this sort of funding swap, and they just needed us to leap in and get this process taken care of, so they could do that, which is why we're doing another resolution, because I can send that to them this afternoon.
Okay, so there are resolutions pertaining to each of them. Yeah. So if there's no objection to vote this in on one motion, any objection?
I would move to approve both items 5 and 6.
Okay, Jim, very good.
I'll second that.
Okay, Ryan. Further discussions? All right, hearing none. Those who vote in favor for approving of both items 5 and 6, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion approved. Project updates. Anybody? Anything?
IDOT has Land Act coming on some of the different projects.
That's
slowly. Yeah. Local project, I will just say Hamilton Road Phase 2 is on the docket for August 1st letting. That's a big one for us. That's a high dollar one, so we're very, very happy about that one.
How about the streetscape project? Is there some public meeting coming up?
That was a very big one. We got that one originally came in at 18.6 million. We were able to, the council rejected, so that is in the 300 to 600 block of North Main and downtown within the couplet. At the very north end, we're coordinating with IDOT still at the end where 51 kind of comes across. But originally came in at 18.6 million back in May. Bids were rejected. We negotiated with Stark, reduced some items, negotiated other items. They had some misunderstanding on some items, and we were able to work through it. So reduced it by 4.8 million, which is very rare to do, but there's a lot of fluff in there, so that we were able to work through some items. So that was good. The council did approve that bid, and so we are looking to start August 4th. There's a public meeting July 30th. That is dealing with the one on the east side of that North Main flex lane versus parking lanes. So that's a discussion about which they would like. Plans currently show for flex lane the ability to have bikes through that area. That's the staff would lean more toward that because it allows for business deliveries and the like. But there's a lot of downtown stakeholders that really would like to see that parallel parking. So we'll see. It's going from 2 lanes down to 1 lane, so that'll be one-way direction. So good project. Be a real good one. Cleaning up a lot of the vaults. So Ryan's very familiar with those. So
Yes. Did you negotiate those out, or are they still in the project?
we pulled those out, and so it's still included. The 4.8 is still is overall includes all of the cuts, but we pulled those away from the Stark, the low bidder, apparent low bidder that was awarded the job, and we're doing those under the utility maintenance contract. So whenever you had, because there's so much uncertainty,
Hard to bid.
and it's hard to bid in defense of the general contractor. That is a hard one to bid. There's a lot of risk, and so whenever you allow that to be T&M, you put all of that. So it's just they're being directed with what to do. It's easier to work with it.
Good idea.
Anybody else besides me? Go Safe project, the SS4A, the federal grant. We have just had a meeting, the committee meeting, but we also have, as part of the public engagement, we have 2 open houses that have been scheduled, and one is on the August 7th, one on the 13th of August. Thanks to Jerry, one of the open houses is going to be held at the County Highway Department. If you're interested, maybe Jen could help to maybe send a flyer out to after the meeting to everybody on the transportation policy committee. I think that would be good to know. So the project's going well, but it's also at the kind of month and a half away, from the finish line. The other thing I want to mention, the Veterans Parkway, the next committee meeting is going to be on August 8th, so in a few weeks. And also some of you are serving on the committee. I appreciate that, and we'll keep going. A lot of work. There was a workshop and other considerations. Yeah, the committee is working toward that. There will be IDOT and consultants and MCRPC staff will also work together to see the status of that the project too. Just FYI. And that's all I have. Anybody else got any other project?
Is the Plain County Action Plan implementation and outreach plan, is that the SS4A plan?
The action plan. That's it's called Go Safe Action Plan. Go Safe McLean County Action Plan update.
That is
SS4A.
But it's
the
not
same
yet.
thing.
Yeah,
It's
same
not
thing.
yet a project
Yeah, it's same thing.
qualified. It's still a
So that's the one that is on the fire list with finance. And that's one that I sent you the note today that they've not received any invoices on that for a year.
Oh,
And
it's
so-
the SPR. Are you thinking
yeah.
the SPR? Yeah, then we spent the SPR grant. That's also on safety. Yeah, we're two separate. We have some spending. In fact, we this upcoming we have keep promoting the transportation safety. Yeah, but the one we will be sending out, there will be some expenses. So this is for the state grant, SPR, the state research planning and research grant. And so actually this week there's a county fair. That's part of our promotion for the. I'm glad you mentioned that grant. It's part of the promotion for transportation safety. We have staff, since this past Wednesday. I will be there through Sunday. One of the things we're doing is to promote transportation safety. We got swags and we got other things.
So it is actively progressing,
Yes, yeah,
and you will be soon invoicing for it.
yeah, but yeah, we will be because
Sooner the better.
yes,
Yeah.
Once it's on the fire list, it's
yeah,
on fire.
yeah.
And so, could I tell them that would be coming?
Yeah, in fact, we will be.
I asked about this a few months ago, and you thought that
Yeah.
July would be.
Yeah, because we'll be submitting for this last quarter, between the April and June quarterly report. So, Katie, if not yet, by uh, end of July, we'll be submitting for the last quarter expenses. So there will be some reflection of some expenses. So you can tell them, yeah, we're still making progress.
Well, okay, so the action will be taken August.
Look, July we'll be sending stuff in probably, if not today, will be next week for the requisition and the to submit to the finance IDA.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'll be invoicing in the next week.
Yeah. By that's deadline is 31st, so we'll be submitting for April through June for the quarterly.
Okay. Could you respond to that email?
Oh, I did. Sorry if I didn't. I actually.
It was just this morning that I sent it.
Questions, comments? All right, next meeting is going to be August 15th. And then, anything, motion to adjourn this meeting? Okay. Some of us will go stay still for the policy committee meeting.
Second.
Okay. Very good. Those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Being none, meeting adjourned. Maybe most, if not all of you upstairs, full form, for the policy. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Is that 11:30?
I know.
11:30.